Hey everyone, it's great to be here with you all, even virtually, for this hackathon. I'm super excited to share more about BNB Chain and introduce new challenges we've lined up for this event. But before we dive in, I'd like to start with our mission and vision. At BNB Chain, we're focused on onboarding the next billion Web3 users. This isn't just a catchy slogan, it's a goal grounded in action. Our aim is to build an ecosystem that helps startups and developers like yourself create real businesses and cross the chasm from idea to adoption. The BNB chain ecosystem is made up of four key components. BNB Smart Chain, our flagship blockchain that many of you are already familiar with. OPBNB, our fast scalable layer 2 rollup solution built on the Optimism OP stack. BNB Greenfield, a decentralized data storage network bridging Web3 to files and data. And lastly, Avenger DAO, a community-led security initiative to help protect users from scams, exploits, and malicious actors. Together, these components form the foundation for a secure, scalable, and developer-friendly Web3 ecosystem. So now, how exactly do you build with BNB Chain? This is our streamlined, decentralized application development stack. In traditional Web2 development, applications are structured around a three-tier architecture. It consists of presentation layer. This is where users interact with the application, typically built using frameworks like JavaScript. Application layer, or your backend. This layer contains the business logic and processes user inputs. Data layer, or your database. This is where application data is stored and managed. At BNB Chain, we've designed our ecosystem to mirror this familiar development model within a decentralized context, ensuring a seamless transition for developers entering the Web3 space. Developers can build their client application using familiar frameworks like JavaScript and host them on BNB Greenfield, which is our decentralized data storage network. This ensures content is securely stored and readily accessible in a decentralized manner. The business logic traditionally handled by backend servers is now managed by smart contracts deployed on either BSC or OPBNB, our layer 2 scaling solution. These smart contracts execute predefined rules and processes, ensuring trustless and transparent operations. Application data such as user information and content is stored on BNB Greenfield, providing a decentralized and secure database layer. This integration ensures high data availability and resilience. A pivotal feature of our ecosystem is cross-chain programmability, enabling seamless interaction between different blockchain components. This allows smart contracts on BSC or OPBNB to programmatically manage data and permissions on BNB Greenfield, fostering versatile and dynamic decentralized application. Now, let's look at this whole architecture with a developer's perspective. Imagine you're operating a decentralized online bookstore. How do we go about building it? Your user interface, built with JavaScript, is hosted on BNB Greenfield, providing customers with a responsive and decentralized platform to browse and purchase books. Deployed on BSC or OPBNB, these contracts handle the sale of NFTs that represent ownership of digital books. When a customer purchases an NFT, the smart contract records the transaction and manages access permissions. The actual digital book are securely stored on BNB Greenfield. Upon purchasing an NFT, the smart contract grants the buyer wallet address access to the corresponding digital book stored on Greenfield. If the NFT is later sold to another user, the smart contract updates the access permissions accordingly, ensuring that only the current NFT holder can access the digital content. This integration exemplifies cross-chain programmability, where smart contracts on BSC or OPBNB dynamically manage data access and permissions on BNB Greenfield, creating this cohesive and efficient decentralized application. Now that we've explored how you can leverage the one BNB ecosystem to build your decentralized application, it's time to dive into a few of the most transformative areas of innovation. In this series of hackathon, we've introduced three new tracks available, and they are decentralized society, decentralized science, and decentralized physical infrastructure network. Before I get started on these new additions, let's begin with the AI track. The AI track is where the cutting edge of artificial intelligence meets blockchain, unlocking smarter, faster, and more user-centric decentralized applications on the BNB chain. From personalized finance to intelligent gaming, AI is transforming how we interact with data, make decisions, and build digital experiences. This track is perfect for developers who want to build autonomous, adaptive, and intelligent decentralized applications that can analyze, predict, and interact in real time, leveraging the scalability and speed of BNB Chain to bring AI use cases to life. This is the first four sets of challenges in the AI track out of the 11. The first one is the AI-driven market intelligence. So I'd like to highlight that all of these challenges are just recommendations. You are free to build anything that you wish for this hackathon. So for the first example, imagine you want to make informed trading decisions based on real-time, on-chain trends and market sentiment. But as you know, blockchain data is vast, unstructured, and difficult to analyze manually. So a good solution or a comparison of this in the Web2 world would be like the Bloomberg terminal that uses AI for market analytics. Moving on, we have the AI-powered trading board. This AI-powered trading board, you can look into it as imagine you want to automate crypto trading and capitalize on price fluctuations. But manual trading is slow, error-prone, and lacks data-driven precision. It's similar to how algo traders and automated trading works in the Web2 world. Personalized financial advisors, an interesting one. Imagine you want an AI assistant that helps you manage investments and optimize portfolios. But most financial advisors are centralized, expensive, and inaccessible to retail investors. An example of this in the Web2 world will be similar to Wealthfront Betterment, which is an AI-powered robo-advisor. Fourth in the list is the AI-driven NPC for games. So this touched more into the gaming industry. Imagine you want game NPCs to adapt to players' actions dynamically. Most NPCs today, they follow static scripts and provide repetitive gameplay experiences, which isn't that great. Moving on to the next four challenges, we have procedural content generation in games. And imagine you want to create a game world that evolves dynamically, but manual content creation is time-consuming and limits scalability. This is a very interesting project where you can use AI to generate game content. Game on-chain governance, this is pretty straightforward. It is to allow users to have a say in game economics and rule changes. AI-powered identity verification. Imagine you want to onboard users in a decentralized system without compromising security. But current identity verification is centralized, costly, and vulnerable to fraud. This is similar to like a KYC solution in the Web2 world. Number 8 is the self-sovereign identity. Imagine you want full control over your digital identity, but current systems rely on centralized authorities that can misuse or leak personal data. The last three challenges in the AI track is the AI-powered business and data intelligence. Very similar to the first two challenge on the robo-trader. This is slightly different. This is more of data management and processing. Imagine you want actionable insights from blockchain data, but on-chain information is complex and requires significant manual analysis. A good comparison in the Web2 world would be similar to Google BigQuery for data analytics. AI agent wallet framework. So this is to build a secure AI-powered wallet that makes transactions seamlessly. And the last one would be AI plugins for BNB Chain. And this is also pretty straightforward, and that is to build plugin in popular AI frameworks such as Eliza, LangChain, and Fetch AI. Great. Now, moving on to decentralized society. This is a new track in this new series. The decentralized society track is about building the social layer of Web3, where identity, relationships, and community coordination happen without centralized control. In a world dominated by platforms that own your data, decentralized society flips the script. It empowers individuals to own their own connection, reputation, and interactions. This track is for builders who want to reimagine how we connect, organize, and build trust online using decentralized tools from social graphs to messaging, identity to governance. Decentralized society enables communities to thrive on their own terms. So, what are the challenges available? These again are 4 recommended challenges, but feel free to come up with your own solutions, your own problems to solve. So, what is this social graph protocol and application? It represents the relationship between people. Social graph represents that your friends, your followers, and your connections. Today, these are owned by platforms such as Facebook and Google. In Web3, we want portable user-owned graphs. So what can you build? You can build a decentralized version of LinkedIn where users control their professional network, a social app where your followers move with you between platforms thanks to decentralized identity, or you can build a tool to visualize or manage your Web3 social network across various apps. The ultimate user impact for this challenge is that users own and control their social connections. They can move to better apps without losing their network. Next, we have decentralized identity and reputation. DID lets users to prove who they are without needing Google or a username or password. When combined with reputation, you can build systems that remember good behavior across platforms. What can you build? A DID wallet that lets people sign into any decentralized application and carry their own identity with them. A trust scoring system that tracks contributions to DAOs or communities, similar to like how GitHub meets Web3. Or you can build a Web3 resume that aggregates on-chain activity, DAO contributions, or proof of attendance protocols. The ultimate impact from this challenge is that users get a portable, privacy-preserving ID and earn on-chain reputation that help them access opportunities and trust. Third, we have social launchpads and community building platforms. DAOs need better tools to forming and organizing communities, especially socially driven ones. This is about making DAO tools easy and inclusive. What can you build? A no-code platform for starting a social DAO around a niche interest, such as book clubs and activist groups. Or you can build a governance dashboard that simplifies participation for non-technical users. Or third, you can reward and engagement systems such as badges and ranks for community contributions. The final goal of this is to allow anyone to start or join a community DAO and participate meaningfully without technical skills. Last is messaging protocol. Messaging is a core part of social interaction, but most messaging is centralized. This is about creating secure, private, interoperable communication in Web3. What can you build? A chat app where users message using their wallets, not their emails or phone numbers. Community messaging integrated into DAO tools tied to on-chain roles or activity, or you can build a group chat for token holders or reputation-based channels. Only verified contributors can speak. The ultimate user impact out of this challenge is that users can message anyone in the Web3 world securely, with no fear of censorship or losing access due to centralized bans. Now, moving on to the decentralized science track. DeSci is all about fixing the broken parts of traditional science. Closed access, slow publishing, gatekeeping, and lack of incentives for sharing. With Web3 tools, we can build science to be faster, fairer, and more open, funded by the community, governed transparently, and verified on-chain. There are 3 recommended challenges here. The first one would be a launchpad and funding platform. Traditional science relies heavily on slow, centralized grants, DeSci funding is about crowdsourcing and DAO-driven science funding, where researchers pitch ideas and communities back them directly. What can you build? A Web3 crowdfunding application where scientists can raise funds using tokens, NFTs, or quadratic funding. A DAO where token holders vote on what research to fund based on milestones or social impact. Integration of peer review or expert panels into the funding process. The ultimate goal of this is scientists get faster, more transparent access to funding. Donors can support research they care about and track progress. IP management and commercialization. What is this about? IP in science is often locked behind patents and journals. This is about managing and licensing IP using smart contracts, giving researchers more control and the ability to open source or monetize their work. What can you build in this challenge? A smart contract-based intellectual property marketplace where researchers license out discoveries, tools, or datasets. You can also build a platform that tokenizes research outputs as NFTs, such as your datasets, lab notebooks, protocols, and tracks ownership. Tools to manage open versus closed IP strategies. The outcome of this will be researchers retain ownership and earn directly from their innovations, while others can easily license or remix scientific work. Last, we have research milestone verification and reproducibility. One of science's biggest issues is reproducibility. Many results cannot be verified. Web3 can help track proof of work, verify results with timestamps, or reward reproducibility. What you can build in this challenge is a platform where researchers can log milestones and get them verified by peer reviewers, DAOs, or Oracle-like systems. On-chain timestamping and version control for lab notebooks or datasets to prove when work was done. Or we can build a system that rewards replication. Tokens for successfully reproducing someone else's experiment. The outcome of this will be research becomes more transparent and trustworthy. Contributors to reproducibility are recognized and rewarded. And now, moving on to the decentralized physical infrastructure networks. The DePIN track. This is where blockchain meets the real world. It's about using Web3 to coordinate physical systems like networks, sensors, hardware, vehicle, and energy in a way that's community-owned, transparent, and efficient. This track is ideal for anyone excited about connecting code to the physical world, solving real infrastructure problems, and creating new ways for people to own and earn from the systems they rely on every day. You can think of it as Uber or Airbnb, but decentralized, open source, and user-owned, where people contribute hardwares and earn tokens for powering the network. The blockchain coordinates rewards, access, and trust. Now let's explore the suggested themes and what you can build. These are 4 recommendations. Again, they are not. You do not need to strictly adhere to this. First, we have the physical infrastructure on blockchain. Use blockchain to coordinate networks like Wi-Fi, mobility, energy, or storage, and reward those who contribute resources. What can you build? A decentralized delivery network where drivers earn tokens for completing last-mile tasks. A platform that rewards users for sharing Wi-Fi or providing network coverage with IoT devices. An app for tokenizing access to EV chargers, solar panels, or mesh networks. Ultimately, everyday people can earn by contributing hardware or services. No central authority needed. Next, we have democratized access to ownership. What is this about? It is about letting communities fund and own pieces of infrastructure like telecom towers, sensors, or water system, turning physical assets into community-governed networks. You can build a crowdfunding DAO for local renewable energy projects where contributors receive on-chain revenue shares, tokenize ownership of drones or smart farming equipment that communities can rent and govern, or a platform that fractionalizes ownership of hardware deployed in under-resourced areas, such as weather station or satellite nodes. Ultimately, users don't just own infrastructure, they co-own and benefit from it. Third, we have real-world data collection and monetization. Devices like sensors, cameras, and trackers can gather real-world data. DePIN enables users to own and monetize this data instead of giving it away to corporations. And this is highly relevant and important in the AI scope as well. What you can build a decentralized air quality sensor network where contributors earn tokens for uploading real-time data, a system for bike riders or couriers to upload GPS data in exchange for micro rewards, a platform for smart city data, noise, traffic, or pollution, for example, that's owned by citizens, not governments or corporations. The ultimate goal, people can earn from their own devices and data and know exactly how it's used. Lastly, we have this incentive layer for physical system. The magic of DePIN is the incentive layer. Tokens motivate behavior in the real world. The challenge, aligning rewards with useful actions. What you can build in this challenge, a reward algorithm that gives token based on verified usage. For example, the hours of uptime or data quality. Or you can build a proof of location or proof of coverage protocols to verify real world presence or service delivery. You can also build a dashboard for users to see their contribution and earnings across multiple DePIN networks. At the end of the day, people trust the system, see their impact, and get rewarded fairly, all transparently. And that is the end of the tracks. Now, I'd like to share about the scoring criteria, what we are looking for. First, we look for design and usability. A good question to ask yourself is that, is your product intuitive and user-friendly? What is the user flow like? How many clicks to get an action done? For example, a wallet interface with clear navigation, minimal steps for sending tokens, and mobile responsiveness. We also care about scalability. Can your solution handle growth in users, data, or traffic? Open source. Have you made your code public and reusable for others? Hosting your code on GitHub with an open source license and a clear README instructions for anyone to contribute to it. Innovation. Is your idea novel? Does it creatively solve an existing problem? Sustainable business model, a very important one. Does your project have a plan to generate revenue or sustain itself in the long term? And to ensure that you do not need donations or consistent funding to keep this solution alive. An example of a sustainable business model would be to take a small fee on peer-to-peer energy trades or offering premium analytics. Community engagement. Are you building with users in mind and involving them in feedback or governance? For example, a small initiative would be to create a Telegram group for beta testers or on-chain voting for feature priorities. Lastly, documentation. Is your project clearly documented for users and developers? Make sure that you provide well-structured guides, API references, and setup instructions hosted on GitHub. And here's a tip. Always stay focused on the real problem you're solving. Make sure it's something people actually face. Also think long-term. A sustainable business model is key to ensuring your solution can keep running and growing over time. And finally, document everything well. We will be reviewing all these documents, and it is important that you put as much information and aspects of your project clear in your documentation. And this would make your project really stand out. And how do you submit? You must submit your application via the Google form available on the BNB Hack website. You can find it on bnbchain.org, and this is how the form will look like. Be sure to fill in all the key details accurately. Bear in mind that these are the key information that you will need: your project description, your team information, your GitHub repository URL, make sure that it's public, any presentation deck, any links to it, and make sure that it's public as well. Your demo video, it can be a YouTube link, and again, make sure that it's public, and also smart contract addresses if your solution requires any smart contracts involved. Lastly, the challenge tweet link. If you're serious about building, make use of developer tools to avoid rebuilding what already exists. Check out the developer tools landscape, where we list tools available to support your development. You can scan this QR code to visit the page, or you can simply visit bnbchain.org and you'll find this link from the menu bar. If you run into any issues with BNB Chain, whether it's blockchain related or technical, join our Discord community. You can easily open a support ticket by typing /ticket, and our support staff across the world would be with you as soon as possible. One thing I want to highlight is that we have implemented Ask AI throughout all our support channels, as well as on the bnbchain.org website. So on the bnbchain.org website, there is a input button where you can open up the Ask AI chatbot, and we will answer most of your questions to the best of our ability to our knowledge base. You can, whenever you open a ticket on Discord or our Telegram ticket bot, the AI will also be in service to reply your question. Last but not least, I would like to share about the Cookbook Challenge. As part of the BNB Chain AI Hack, or this series of hackathon, we're launching the Cookbook Challenge to encourage builders to share high-quality code examples that showcase how to use BNB Chain tools, SDKs, or build applications. Throughout your journey, when you're developing your solution for this hackathon, you can think about how some of these microservices or smaller components that you have built. For example, linking with PancakeSwap. All these very small implementations can be extracted out to form this, what we call this example or cookbook, so that users can also learn from your implementation of integrating with these services to develop their own decentralized application. So please submit useful code based on our wish list or based on your own creative ideas, and you will get rewarded for this. How does it work? You pick a topic from your wish list or suggest your own, submit a working code example, ensure that it's easy to start, easy to run, with very good documentation, which you can easily generate from LLMs. And you can stand a chance to win rewards between $100 to $1,000, and it is measured based on your code quality, use case innovation, your documentation, and usability. Top submissions will be selected every 2 weeks, and it will be featured on BNB Chain's channel. Recently, we have 2 winners, and you can check out our tweets and our channels to check out what they have built. The program will continue until the full $10,000 bounty pool is fully distributed. So take this chance, synergize with this hackathon, and contribute to this cookbook challenge. With that, I'd like to thank everyone for taking time for this presentation, and I hope you have a good hackathon. Thank you.